often and may look not only impressive but futuristic. We have put together 10 most spectacular and really powerful battle suits in the world. One of them is the Future Force Warrior. It has an impressive design which brings fantasy from blockbusters into reality. The key part of the Future Force Warrior uniform is its special dynamic armor. It's no more than an inch thick, but a special material makes it more effective than most of the modern armor vests. And this concept may be introduced into service in 2020. This project uses magnetic rheological fluids, which are similar to oil in density. In a normal state, a suit made of this material clings firmly to the body like a Hydra suit. But the moment the soldier gives a command, under the influence of a magnetic field, the liquid becomes hard as a rock in just 0.001 seconds. Of course, it's only one of the defense layers. The engineers of this project also experiment with another material, a mix of polyethylene glycol and nanobit silica. This substance solidifies independently the moment it gets hit, and when the energy wave from a strike decreases, it becomes soft again. And the outer layer of the armor will resemble that of a medieval warrior, a massive shell, helmet, limbs protection, although the soldier will almost not feel the weight of this armor as it'll form something like a flexible exoskeleton. A smart suit which will carry the soldier and support his movements, and make him 300% stronger. Considering its low weight, such limb enforcement will allow soldiers to jump several feet up and forward and instantly leave the impact zone. But that's not all. One of the most important features of this powerful uniform of a future American soldier is the real-time health monitor system. This system is called WPSM, the Warfighter Physiological Status Monitor. Many sensors will be attached to the layer of the suit closest to the body. They then gather data on body temperature, blood pressure, and other vital signs of the soldier and translate it into diagrams and numbers onto the monitor on his helmet. The same data will go to the computer of the system. If, for example, a soldier breaks a leg, the computer will independently give a command to the suit, and the liquid polymers will harden to form a splint and fixate the limb of the warrior. And if an injury occurs, the dense fabric tightens around the skin and inhibits blood loss. The closest rivals of the American developers of the powerful armor for soldiers are their Russian colleagues. They created a military uniform called Ratnik 3. It's the third generation of an exoskeleton, while the one used in the present is only a passive protection. It's simply a bulletproof suit which does not enhance the movements of the soldier. But the prototype of an active exoskeleton resembles the American analog, but instead of the newest materials, it concentrates on something else. Instead of lightness and mobility, the focus is on the power. The suit of the future warrior of the Russian Federation is much more massive, but the soldier inside it doesn't feel any discomfort because the uniform plays a role of an exoskeleton and multiplies the human force. Shooting from a heavy machine gun with one hand, carrying weights and ammunition up to 330 pounds or 150 kilograms, that's only a part of what the Ratnik 3 will allow soldiers to do. This exoskeleton will be made of titanium and use an electric engine which can run for a day without recharging. Also, a system of vital sign sensors is supposed to be embedded in the suit. In addition, the footgear is planned to be equipped with special mine detectors. The suit is expected to be working in extreme temperatures from 122 to negative 58 degrees Fahrenheit or from 50 to negative 50 degrees Celsius. Have you ever heard of severe Russian winters? Well, this suit will endure them without a problem, as well as a scorching summer in the desert. The British military armor developers rely more on mobility rather than power. It's just that the communication means sensors, computers, they all need to be coordinated and recharged. And the batteries and remote controls may weigh quite a lot, while in battle, even a second of delay may cost a life. A British company named Intelligent Textiles has found an answer. Its scientists have developed a fabric that works like a flexible computer. How would you like a keyboard on your jacket sleeve? And no breakable or fragile elements, only elastic, flexible, and very durable textile. Would you like to have such a computer jacket? But there's something still more important. The computer suit has a spread signal system. This means that even if the fabric is damaged, the fibers search for an alternative way to transfer the signal through the intact parts of the costume. And while the exoskeletons in the USA and Russia are just being introduced into service, the British have conducted experiments on creating such a cool military uniform as long ago as 2012. However, Great Britain does have a uniform concept that, in terms of protection, is just as good as the American or Russian uniforms. The project is called FIST, Future Integrated Soldier Technology, and it has been mostly integrated into the life of a modern British soldier, as its development had been started in the distant 1994. And in 2015, it was already in the phase of implementation. About 30 to 35,000 of Her Majesty's warriors are expected to be equipped with these suits as soon as in 2020. Instead of the exoskeleton, the emphasis is placed on the electronics. A map system, target locators, effective rangefinders, electronic optical converters, all these tools are aimed to help the soldier get the fullest information about his surroundings. And because the electric modules are multiple in this suit, the new generation batteries will be an important part of this uniform. Small, but with a storage capacity sufficient for many hours of uninterrupted work on all these systems. Doesn't the helmet look like that of a biker's equipment? But the Spanish armor called Comfut, that's C-O-M-F-U-T, looks a little bit more exotic. A soldier wearing it looks like a character in an action film about the future wars. An unusual detail of the soldier's appearance, which is the main detail of this very project, is the special sight. This soldier no longer has to hold the weapon near his face. A remote monocle sight is attached to the rifle, which allows faster action in unforeseen situations and increases maneuverability. For example, it's possible to shoot from around the corner, having put out the weapon only. And of course, the armor itself. It has a special focus on elbow and knee protection, as well as a flexible bulletproof vest. Also, Comfut has a sweat outlet system. It would have been good to have one of those in the American uniform, don't you think? The French program of the future war suit development has its own specialties. It's called FELIN, or Fantassin Equipment et Liaisons Intégrées. Nailed it. It also uses textile instead of super modern nanotechnologies. But this fabric is extremely unusual. It's refractory, water-resistant, blood-sucking insect repellent, and breathable. It drains water and even disguises the soldier in an infrared spectrum. Does it seem that the French are ready for anything? Probably yes. It's hard to impress them with some extreme fighting conditions, because this suit also includes a special helmet. Not only is it equipped with means of communication and an optronic information display system, but also with a special mask. It protects the soldier in case of gas or poison spraying or a chemical attack, and the soldier is able to eat and drink without taking it off. But the German military technology developers do not seem to be as concerned about the comfort of the soldiers. However, with a scrupulousness inherent in their nation, they provide maximum profile protection. Their project of a multi-purpose warsuit has a tricky name, IDZES, and it resembles similar suits of other countries. The same emphasis is placed on the hybridization of the warrior and his armor, and it has the same high-technology navigation tools. But it also has something unique. This is the portable mini-computer which combines navigation and commanding. It means that when the soldier is in the battlefield, while observing the surroundings, simultaneously on a display he sees the location of the friendly forces, the dislocation of his partners, and the commands of his chief. And he even sees himself on an interactive map. It allows to coordinate the actions much more effectively. As for the armor itself, it has several profile subsystems, one of which protects from the firearms, the other one from impacts, for example caused by blunt objects, and yet another one from the weapons of mass destruction. Protection and automatic information collection by means of inbuilt electronics is cool, but mobility is very important. Chinese military developers believe so, and have built their technology, a contour exoskeleton, based on this principle. It is not a suit, nor is it an armor. It is exactly the second outer skeleton of the soldier. The device is worn over the ordinary uniform and is attached to the knees, back, and arms. This exoskeleton has one but very impressive function: to give the soldier a superpower. The device reads the movements of the warrior and supports them with an effectiveness ratio of 5 to 1. This means the man becomes 5 times stronger. During one of the experiments, a soldier has lifted a weight of 100 pounds or 45 kilograms and carried it a long distance without any visible effort. This means that a crate of rockets will be no heavier than an average backpack. Actually, the other companies also realized the importance of enhancement of the soldier's physical power. Although nobody fights with swords anymore, the ability to carry weights is extremely important. That's why Lockheed Martin, a private American company, is now working on an exoskeleton which also does not cover the body completely, but makes the arms and legs of the soldier stronger. And so much stronger. At the present time, the work of the company is confidential, but according to its engineers, a warrior in this armor will become literally tireless. The batteries of the device are designed to operate 8 hours non-stop, and during this time, the soldier will be able to run with the speed of a bicycle, lift and carry tens of pounds of load, and move along cross-country terrain making several yards long jumps. And it'll be introduced into service in 2020. Germany, France, Spain, Great Britain, and several other European countries are right now working on these military suits on the initiative of the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. But of course, the US is most successful in this field. How would you like a real Iron Man suit? It's called Talos, or Tactical Assault Light Operator Suit. It has about 800 parts, of which 26 are powerful armored plates. At the same time, the suit is an exoskeleton, meaning that it doesn't weigh the soldier down, but on the contrary, makes him stronger and more agile. The plates are made of a lightweight material. Its exact properties are fully confidential, but we managed to find out that it's a metal composite alloy. Its durability allows the wearer to endure strikes of fragments and even direct shots from powerful military automatic weapons. However, in case an injury occurs, the suit has special inbuilt air cushions. When it receives information on an injury, these cushions are automatically filled with air, pressing against the body, and the blood can be stopped until the arrival of medical aid. The suit also has a thermoregulation system, and the helmet has several lenses, which give the analysis of the environment in enlarged spectrum and with augmented reality. That is, if a soldier wearing a future force warrior suit is something like an assassin, fast and light, then Talos is an armor suit that turns a human into a tank. So, what strategy do you consider to be the most effective? Protection with new but traditional materials, or the use of nanotechnologies and other experimental substances? Can a liquid armor protect as well as a super effective alloy? Please give your answers in the comments below. Like and subscribe to our channel.